Has some of the prophecy in the Bible's book of Revelation already come true? While the entire book of Revelation can be a difficult read, if we are in the end times, then some of the clues in the Bible's last book will now start to make sense if we know how to approach it. The prophecy about Wormwood may be one of those passages.
The third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, blazing like a torch, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many people died from the water because it had been made bitter. Revelation chapter 8, verses 10 and 11.
What is a star? In modern science, we now know that a star is a large ball of gas, many hundreds or thousands of times as massive as our entire Earth. The core of a star has unbelievable pressure and heat, sufficient to force hydrogen atoms to merge to become helium atoms. And here is the clever part. One helium atom has a tiny bit less mass than the two hydrogen atoms from which it was made. That leftover mass is converted and released as light energy. This is why the sun shines. The core of the sun is a nuclear furnace of the lightweight element, hydrogen. A star like our sun would never fall to Earth because it is too large. Instead, it would be Earth falling into the star. So what does the passage in Revelation really mean? What does it mean by the term great star? Consider this fact. A star is great in size, but it is made of lightweight material, namely the lightest gas, hydrogen. But there are other nuclear furnaces which use heavy elements. These are some of the heaviest elements, metals like uranium and plutonium. Could the word great refer to these heavier elements rather than the large size of a star? The reason I ask is because one nuclear furnace using heavy or great elements was called Wormwood. In fact, the name Wormwood in Ukrainian is Chernobyl. In 1986, the world experienced the catastrophic meltdown of the Chernobyl nuclear reactor, and its radioactive dust was carried by the winds over a large part of Eurasia.
And it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many people died from the water because it had been made bitter.
One area hardest hit outside of the Chernobyl vicinity was Romania. Many people in Romania died several years later from various forms of cancer, and the diseases were not previously known in the family histories. By some estimates, a third of Europe and another third of Asia were directly affected by the Chernobyl disaster. So the question remains, did the Wormwood nuclear disaster fulfill the prophecy of Revelation chapter 8, verses 10 and 11?